Hey, what's up guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we have a performance review on the Anta RR1, also known as the RR1. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so starting off with the base of the shoe here, the traction is herringbone. It is segmented into what they call the super flexi outsole. Basically that's just all these little flex grooves here. It's segmented all the way through for optimal flex within the shoe, which is great. As far as the traction coverage on court surfaces, I thought that it was really surprising. It wasn't the best traction I've ever had, but it was really, really good, especially since it has this weird kind of textured feeling to it that I tried to explain in the first impression that I probably just failed miserably at. But it's got a weird kind of like coating on the rubber itself, so I thought that I was going to be slipping around, but it was actually the opposite. The one thing that is the downside with this type of traction here, this was very similar to the Hyperdunk 2011, is that because it's so compact with all these little herringbone spaces, dust will get clogged in there pretty well and pretty easily, so all you have to do is just wipe, keep up with that, and then you're going to be good to go. As far as their cushion is concerned, basically it's a full-length foam. I don't know what type of foam it is. And then right here at the outrigger, you can see some gel. However, it only covers right in this section. So there's no gel underfoot. It's just straight foam. The one thing that I will say is that these shoes are really, really comfortable. I don't know what kind of foam this is, but I did really, really like it. And this was actually one of the more comfortable shoes that I was playing in during my whole wear testing process between these and a number of other sneakers. So this thing I thought was surprisingly comfortable underfoot. As far as materials, basically you have synthetics along the whole upper. You have a synthetic leather along the lateral side, and then the medial side is this synthetic fuse, or it's fused, but which is synthetic. So the one thing that I didn't like, there's two things actually, but this is one of them, is the materials themselves. They are a little bit on the cheap side. I know that Rondo doesn't play in this type of materials. He gets a premium pair, which is great for him. And for the price point that these retail at, I'm not mad that the company puts a cheaper material on there. However, the downside to having a cheaper material is just that it just doesn't contain the foot as well as it could. So even with something as synthetic as this plastic or fuse, it's just really, really kind of, I guess, just not supportive enough in comparison to other materials that are very similar to this. So that would be my one downside, is that the materials are a little bit on the cheap side. As far as fit goes, they fit true to size. However, when you look in the inside, it says US size 8. So I got these from a website called highbasketballshoes.com. They're an authentic reseller for overseas sneakers. What you'll do is just order your regular US size, and then they'll send you your appropriate size in whatever that is. So for me it was an 8, even though I ordered a size 9. As far as lockdown is concerned, from the about mid-foot back, it was perfect. There's these little heel notches or ankle pillows within the shoe, which really cup the ankle once it's laced up tightly. However, there was a lot of dead space within the forefoot of the shoe. As you can see, this is exactly how I'd lace them up, which is pretty much as tight as possible, and there would be a lot of bowing here, and even then the materials would stretch. So that's what I was saying, is that because of the materials and the sloppiness in the forefoot, it didn't contain the foot as nicely as it could have. Especially for a guard-oriented shoe like this, it definitely needs to be a little bit better. Ventilation was pretty nice. You had mesh tongue, and then on the medial side you have some open areas, so nothing really too much to complain about. It's not the best ventilation, but it's definitely not the worst. As far as support, most of that's coming from the overall fit. Because that forefoot was pretty sloppy, most of your support is contained within the rear of the shoe. Now, it's not going to affect too much, but upon lateral movements, cuts, starts, stops, and then changes in directions quickly, you are going to get slight hesitation within your movements because you can feel your foot shifting within the shoe. Again, materials are not as supportive as they should be, mostly because of the containment and then the materials themselves. So if they would have just kind of fixed those two things, I think that they would have been a lot better. Alright guys, so that pretty much takes care of everything for the performance review on the Rondo 1. Overall, I really liked the model, which was surprising because I didn't think I was going to like it when I first got it. However, forefoot fit is extremely sloppy, and then you have some really cheap materials up front, and the lacing system is a no-go for me. I would have done a little bit differently, but other than that, it was a very fun model to play in. Overseas, they're pretty cheap. I think they're about $40 to $50, maybe $60 max. If you wanted to grab them and you're residing in the US, then you're going to have to pay additional prices because of resellers and also international shipping, which is at least $40. So just keep that in mind. But again, they were fun to play in. I am excited to see what they do next. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned to my site, weartesters.com. And until next time, guys, have a good one.